I'm ready. We're live. You guys hear me okay?
Great.
Awesome. Let's get my Brave browser going now and check these charts. Silver. And I'm going to a 2-hour chart. We're looking at these charts often enough that if we just look at the daily chart, we don't actually see much action. Because the price usually doesn't. Like if there's change, it's maybe 5 or 6 or 7%, but you can only see that with one bar. When we zoom in on 2-hour chart, we can see a lot more detail, and you can catch these opportunities with a little bit more precision. So, yeah, here we scroll. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Market analysis for November 19th, 2024. We're going to start off with silver. My squiggly line was definitely preemptive. I figured that there would be a little bit more of a retracement coming back up towards the high that we had. But however, this retracement has gone a lot deeper. And we can see that since Sunday, we've actually been rallying. Bulls have been winning, forming a new high. This very well might be the other side of this. So whenever there's here we have this pattern, this up and then down pattern. Whenever this happens, this can be considered the head. And what we're looking for are the shoulders. And so the shoulders, with one here, my cursor is not. Here's a question. Is it? Nope, it doesn't show the drop. Okay, well, so this shoulder here, crosshair is on October 4th right now. This crosshair here is that shoulder to the head. So right now, what we're experiencing on the other side of the head is the root of that shoulder. We might very well see this come up as high as that 32.9 to form the second shoulder, and then it may very well at that point continue its way down. Now it could turn around right away here and come down immediately. We'll soon see as time goes on. But a common pattern in, especially with these commodities, is where it will form a head and shoulders. This shoulder here hasn't really come up as high as the shoulder over on the left side. So, long story short, we'll see where this goes. This has got a fairly good retracement from this bullish or this bearish here, this bullish impulse. It's a nice retracement. It is very capable that we won't form that second shoulder. We'll start to come down. But if you were looking at selling some silver, please don't. Just hold on to it and buy some more when the price goes down. Gold, same idea. Got a nice bullish movement here since the election. Basically, right after the election, things dropped down 7%. Been rallying here a little bit, up 3.4% right now. It's interesting how it's actually coming up with a squiggly line that I made a little preemptively there. There's one more bearish movement to this gold, but it's actually kind of interesting to see how it's broken out of these two inner trend lines fairly easily. So we could very well be coming back to meet this long-term trend line before we continue our way down. And I do suspect, now that there is so much positivity in the marketplace, I think it's misguided and I'll tell you why in a second. There are actually two numbers that we need to talk about. The first number that I want to talk about is $4 billion. $4 billion is how much ChatGPT is in the AI space. $4 billion. Meaning they haven't monetized it. They're $4 billion in the hole. And there's another number. And it's 250 billion. 250 billion is how much money has been spent on AI to this point since ChatGPT has come forward in the last 2 years. So $250 billion is how much all of these AI companies are in, meaning they've invested it and they have not monetized it. That's how much they yet have to recoup. So those are two big numbers. Microsoft being 4 billion and everybody being 250 billion. Well, they have all expressed this week that they're not stopping. In fact, they're ready to commit another $250 billion to make this work. Now, who are these? What are these? These are large institutions with like 10,000 employees right now. Because two things. Number one, I believe that they recognize that now we're, especially when you take a look at the analysts and economists that are actually telling the truth of what's going on. I think they know that there's a population collapse coming, and they're not going to have people to maintain those positions, and so they actually need machines for a lot of the work. The other reason why this is happening the way that it is because they need to make their money back. If they don't make their money back, they're going under. Think about it. They're ready to commit what they've already committed. That's $500 billion. They're ready to invest $500 billion to get their money back, and they're not going to. Why? They're not getting it back because AI is being oversold. It's great. It's great for legal assistants, for example. They can draft their work a lot faster. And in fact, the rate at which they can do it makes it possible where one legal assistant can actually do the job of 100 legal assistants. All he has to do is get good at prompting AI, and now he can replace all of those legal assistants. So it's great for stuff like that. But what they're selling people is that AI is going to be able to do everything, which eventually, well, I think we can advance that technology just like we advance everything to the point where it can do a lot of our work. However, it's not going to happen right away. And the money that's being poured in right now is not getting returned. So they absolutely had to get a bubble going. They didn't. It wasn't going to happen. And so Trump getting into office is actually very encouraging for the business sectors because now they know that they can confidently make more investments into their business and it's not going to get pulled up from underneath them with terrible monetary policies. At least that's their working theory. They've been oversold on AI. So what does that mean? Bubble is here. We're at the start of it. And I wanted to bring it up because those two numbers, 4 billion, just think of the scope of this. We hear about ChatGPT all the time. That is only just under 2% of the market share ChatGPT, as big as it is only less than 2% of the market share in AI. A lot of money needs to be made. So, in order for, and they will, by the way, they don't lose. They force the market where they need it to go. So they're not going to lose money, and they're going to be making back this $500 billion that they're investing. They're going to need to do it quick because the people are going to catch up with the fact that these companies can't accomplish what they say they're going to accomplish simply because AI doesn't have the capacity that it will have when they can actually do it. So it's the timing is off. That's great for us because it means that they're going to ramp this up faster than we first expected, and it's going to end up making us a lot more wealthy a lot faster. But let's get back to it. Okay, yeah, that's... Okay, so back to that now. It's a little bit slower just on the screen, so I apologize. On to TSX, Toronto Stock Exchange. After that high that was formed, it just did it again. Thursday. Oh, this was yesterday. Oh, that was Thursday. So 2-hour chart. Thursday. Oh yeah, that's right. It's hours. So after that all-time high on Thursday, a little bit of a rally, been kind of hanging out here since. Looks to me like, yeah, there's this retracement that came down, hit this resistance from the past, and so it's ready for more upward movement. We do have a trend line right now that's kind of the average of its movement since November 2020. That line there is likely to be continuing to fall again because of this renewed faith in the market. Thank you, Trump, for saving. So after the all-time high on the Dow Jones, we've had a nice retracement coming back well into consolidation zone here, a tiny consolidation zone. Likely bouncing off of this here today, and for the rest of this week, likely to crawl back up towards 43.8, 44,000. Crypto 30. Yeah, this is just so good to see. Look at this. I was kind of thinking this was forming, and sure enough, we have a rising pennant. What does that mean? Energy buildup. It's going to break out of here soon. In fact, according to the chart, we only have 1 day and 10 hours left before it has to break out of this triangle. So we'll see where it goes, but this is really encouraging. Now, keep in mind, we are not at the all-time high. Okay, the all-time high was formed in 2021 at 31.7. Right now we're at 25.3. So a little bit of room left to go. As you can see, in the big scheme of things, we have a ways to go. This still has to go up. Yeah, 28%. So up 28% before we're at the all-time high. When that occurs, it is going to be a downshift. Okay, so this pennant, rising pennant, is definitely showing us the type of energy buildup that is required for it to go up towards that all-time high. Really, this is not that far. It's crypto. 28% can happen in a day. Bitcoin, similar pattern, simply because it's that gold standard, that one first stop that people make when they first get into cryptos. So very similar pattern, lots of pressure building up here at this all-time high. This, I believe, we'll see this hit that $100,000 mark in that same period of time that the crypto 30 comes back to its all-time high. So as this comes up, Bitcoin will also rise up to that $100,000 mark. I think that that's going to be a crucial timing for the two of them, where it just sends all of the people to get in. Like it's gonna get to the point where you have hairdressers and taxi drivers asking you which crypto you got last week. That's how much it will be. Yeah, that's how much it'll be talked about. It would be awesome. Ethereum consolidating after the big run there after the election. Consolidating now at this 3,100 price point. In fact, it's right now in the middle of the consolidation. A little box here so you can see. Right there. So this little consolidation range here is now in full effect on Ethereum. We'll likely see a breakout. Well, I think we're going to see. I'm going to say a week or two, and we're going to see this really start to ramp up. Now we have to take into consideration that there is another force working. The faith that is in the currency may drop. It may drop, especially if this war effort that the U.S. is now putting forward, I think in the attempts to mess up Trump's work. I think that if they fail to go to war, there may be a downturn because well, I don't know. The people are really, I think they're finicky right now. It's like they don't want war. I don't think overall they want war, but they do want the economy to go up. And the only way that America can really get their economy up with the banking system that they have is if they go to war. If they don't go to war, that could very well hurt the dollar because war is wonderful for that. However, the backup plan may be AI. That's what they're going to bank on. Now we'll see as time goes on, especially I would say the first 6 months of Trump's term are going to be very telling. We're going to know exactly whose side he's on very, very quickly. And so this type of movement right now, we're seeing this hesitation is simply because now we've got war on the horizon. Ukraine just launched a bunch of missiles into Russia yesterday again. And so Putin even changed Russia's protocol on nuclear weapons use. Just changed it. So he is in defensive mode right now. And I think that this indecision is going to be reflected in these foreign policies that are being flung about right now. Not much more to say. Cardano, after that high, consolidating similarly to other assets right now. Again, we'll see what happens, but I think it would be very well within Cardano's realm of possibility to come back down to 63 before heading back up to create a new high. But this retracement here, if we take a look at how retracements go, this is our A. So yeah, we have the retracement. We have the retracement that we need. So it's just a matter of waiting to see where it goes. I would definitely start dollar cost averaging some sales if it comes down to this point here, 65. I'm in, I've got lots, but I would definitely start dollar cost averaging at 65 cents as it goes down, because this is a great zone to be buying. Support we need to go forward, upwards. XRP similarly created that beautiful high and has been consolidating ever since. That's a pretty significant breakout. You really think about it. the size of this trend really was only 28%. And coming out of it, it went 102%. So that is a really, really healthy breakout. We'll probably never see these prices again. 70 cents. Modic, it's nice. I like this. It's actually not consolidating. As you can see, we're forming a new high. This is wonderful, especially after this breakout, coming out of that trend line, finding support back again at this 36, 35 cent level. And ever since then, forming new highs. Even the lows are getting higher. So very encouraging to see. Might still see another dip down. That's normal. But with this new high here, we haven't had this high. I sound like I'm talking about smoking weed or something like that. This asset hasn't been this high since September 13th. So yeah, this is encouraging. New high. I'm excited. This one here is big time infrastructure for gaming and AI, but specifically it's there for the video gaming industry. Solana, this one here has actually been more consolidating. It has formed a new high here, but it's pretty weak. It's pretty weak. I would actually prefer to see it come back and test the $224, $25 level before making that next impulse to the all-time high. That would just be nice. I would feel more confident about going past the all-time high. Doge. This one here is consolidating. What you can see is as that energy buildup happened with the wedge, it didn't break out like super fast, and that's understandable. Again, I think we're seeing a lot of indecision right now, just waiting for the next thing to happen. Who knows? Maybe another peanut will get assassinated and we can see the crypto markets take off. That was hilarious. TRX now fully breaking out of that pattern. We can almost get rid of all of these channels now, because they're pretty much irrelevant. Keep the top one just in case we come back to test this line. But yeah, we're definitely broken out of that trend line and headed our way up. I do not recall what the all-time high is here. Oh, look at that. Just so that everybody knows, we are strong all-time highs. Let's go to that. Injective token, a lot of good things happening. The conversation in injective token right now is insane. The amount of chatter that's going on, how much encouragement there is in this community, and just for how much of a staple it is for this movement to find more interoperability within blockchain. It's awesome. Very, very encouraging. Over the last few days, we have seen it consolidate. So we're narrowing the price. See here. That little bit there. We've got this. Basically, that's about what it's doing. So this could, like I say, this could continue for a while. We might see a little bit more back and forth until we break out of this pattern. But at the same time, I mean, it might see what happens. The market's always right. I know I sound like I don't know what I'm doing, because it's like it could go this way or it could go that way. The fact of the matter is, I've just been watching the charts long enough to know that technical analysis only can help you to a certain point. We are in uncharted territory with where we've never done something. I mean, the .com bubble would be similar in the sense that it's tech sector, but it wasn't $500 billion by all these companies. They didn't put $500 billion into .com to lose it. They did lose, but this time around, oh my goodness, it's just a staggering amount. Like I can't even imagine. $100 billion. What does that even? How do you conceptualize that? It's just numbers. But oh my gosh, $500 billion. They got to make it back somehow. This is their Hail Mary. Right now, 3 protocol is hanging out at 7.8 cents, lower end of this consolidation range. Certainly building up the momentum as people come on board. The great onboarding is what I'm calling it. It's down quite a bit today, but again, like I say, when we come down to these lower extremities, these pivot points, those are accumulation points. So every time this happens, there's more accumulation. And when it goes below, it just means that investors are willing to wait for lower prices. That's all it is. This high created on November 11th, that definitely is encouraging. The fact that we haven't gone below this low on November 1st, that is encouraging. So with this new high, that is setting the stage for the next movement, which I believe would be coming up to this top of this consolidation range. Maybe into the next one above it, but certainly I'll think we'll find some resistance around 13.5. Woo, consolidating, similar to the pattern that we see in Ethereum and Bitcoin right now, but definitely at a good high level. In fact, it's finding support off of highs formed back. This is all the way back in June. So we are above the support that held resistance in June. So that's a good sign. This is the highest we've been since June 15th. Tau, BitTensor, still hanging out the bottom end of this consolidation range here. I'd love to see another little bit. Let people buy some more, but it is under $500. So if you wanted to 10x your money, this is supposed to go up to 5,000 here in this bull run. So that's a 10x. If you want to 10x your money fairly easily, BitTensor is a good way to go. These companies need their money back. They're going to move the market in the direction they need so that they can make their money back. I assure you. Some of them will fail. But pay attention to us every day, and you'll be able to follow the trading titans, and you'll be able to know when to leave before the other side of that bubble. Because don't get caught hanging on to all of this after that bubble pops. Yesterday, as in, I'll be selling all my cryptos. I won't be holding anything. Maybe like 100 tokens here or there, or something like that. $100 worth here or there, just so that I still have that. There's going to be some function that's available for us. But I'm telling you, you don't want to be left hanging on these after you're done. Have an exit strategy. Desync, beautifully retracing after forming this high here on November 13th. It's gathering momentum here. You can see that it's bouncing off of this point. This provided major resistance in the past, ready to make it move up to that all-time high. Because this high here just about met the high. This is the highest we've been since. It's the highest we've been since July 29th. And that's all we need. There's no other resistance taking us to the all-time high. So there's that. I would say that this next target, my next kind of place where I'll revisit whether or not I'm going to move assets around and try to catch a retracement. I'm not going to be making any choices before $1. So between now and $1, that's 4x. My positions are, my average cost per coin on this asset is actually down to 16 cent level. I have to do the math. 0 by 0, another great AI project. This one here is beautifully touching this consolidation zone, entering this consolidation zone, finding some support. Here, possibly, this here is a good spot. But for how much we shot out of the gate, folks. This is something this is just my own preference. When we have a big movement that comes out of a gate like this, there's very little resistance. It just went. And then when it did find resistance, it came back quite a ways back into this pivot zone. I would like to see this pivot zone actually retest the trend line. Blast it out of here quite quickly without retesting it. So I'd like to see that. We might not. This might be the big test that it needed right there. But for how fast it moved out, I mean, the retracement's enough. It's ready to go. There's no question. But I like it when I see. I like it when I see deeper retracements. It's just good. It's good for business. Art dropping quite a bit here today, down 20% from yesterday. Is that right? Wow. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. 20% from yesterday. But looks like the first point of resistance would be about where we are. 4.4 cents is a fairly significant price point. However, be mindful, this line here, there we go. This line here is at 3.6 cents. This was the last point we had some significant support. So we blew through it, found some support, and made a move up. Right now, I think that be a darn good time. Do some dollar cost averaging, make a purchase, and then as the price goes down, add to your holdings as the price drops. Could drop as low as 3.6 cents. Link AI. This one here is not behaving like others. In fact, after this high was formed on November 11th, it retraced off of this trend line. Remember, Link is fairly consistent, folks. It's a newer project. It doesn't have the same type of price action as the other ones. So it's bouncing off of this trend line, beautifully bouncing off that trend line, and has been. Then the bulls have been taking over since. A little bit of whiplash here in the last 2 hours, 4 hours. Nothing to be concerned about. In fact, it's likely just reevaluating this level here, which provided some resistance in the past. So coming off of the trend line, shot up, now retesting this support, likely to move up and create another new high. This low formed on the 18th. That was yesterday. This low didn't go lower than the low formed on the 4th. So that's a good sign. Definitely ready for more movement going on. This is another one of those assets. I wouldn't hesitate to buy this under $1. Go for it. DEAI with a triple bottom pattern forming a brand new high, very encouraging. Looks like we're going to have another retracement, test out this consolidation zone here. If it does test that consolidation zone and we get a couple of bull candles off of that, especially if we get a good solid day bouncing off of the level at 61 cents, that all-time high is going to be easily beaten once again. All right. I actually added this one yesterday. It's been consolidating for the last couple of days here. And but what I did was I went ahead and opened a position on World coin. Wild for sure, because WLD just looks like wild. So I'm going to go out to the weekly chart here. So we can see what's going on. So this project came out of the gate here on July 24th and formed an all-time high fairly quickly on that was July 2023. All-time high formed March 2024. Price has come back down. You can see here on September 7th, actually reached a low that did not beat out the previous low. and has been forming new highs. It's been forming new highs ever since this low formed the middle of September, beginning of September. New high, low, high, low, all of them getting higher every single time. So I call this a good opportunity. As this was coming up, I had it kind of in the background. I wasn't really sure if I was going to do it yet. I hadn't even really looked deep into the project very much. But this one here, very, very big on the AI. This is going to be a major player. Right now, sitting at $2.29. Their market cap is healthy. As I saw, it was like I guess 4 or 5 billion or something like that. So in position to come back to the all-time high, which is 400% from where we are right now, and beyond that, going upwards. This one here, the community is the actual available number of tokens allows this price point, like it gives provision for this price point to easily reach $50. So $50 from where we are right now, that's a 20x, almost 25. Yeah. How AI. This one here is now getting into gaming AI coins. So this one here, beautiful big drop there that occurred. I caught that drop beautifully, and since that point, my price point has actually been the support for the future, for all of the price action going forward. So far, anyway, sitting at 18 cents right now. I am up from the 12th of November, so that is that's exactly 7 days, 6 days and 22 minutes to be exact. Since I made that purchase, I'm up 35%. Thank you very much. Yeah, what is this? Look at the daily chart here. Yeah, we can see that banker's candle definitely did a deep retracement, finding support off of this little pivot point at 8.7 cents. Now sitting at 18, ready to go. Big dollar. Dollar is going to be that first big milestone to pass. Once we're past there, no problem going up further. But PAL, this one here is likely to be a major infrastructure for gaming, along with FAR, Gala, and yeah, I'm interested. Very, very interested to see what again, I think the gaming coins are going to be a little bit delayed behind the AI coins. That's why I put them later into the market analysis. Again, that's only because I see AI coming forward, and then that next generation of AI that's coming out of this bubble is what's going to be feeding that gaming culture into the spring. So that FAR, Gala, beautiful new high form. FAR has been a while since it actually created a new high. In fact, if we take a look at this, I'm going to go to the 2-hour chart so you can see better what's here. So we've got this trend line here. Then we've got this crazy trend. This here banker's candle, I'm actually going to ignore. I'm going to grab from back here. And you can see how that is lined up. So, we're running out of runway, sort of, with FAR, which is good. Been waiting for this one for a while. Would like to see this get outside of this pennant and challenge this resistance at 2.1 cents. But think about it, folks. It's right now at 0.7 of a cent. 0.7 of a cent, taking you up to 2 cents. That's 177% return. So you almost triple your money. Just taking you back to 2 cents. Let's do it. We got a long ways to go to take us to the all-time high of 22 cents. Again, just think about that: 22 cents versus 0.07 cents. If you want some help with any of this, if you want some help getting set up so that you can properly trade and maintain your wealth afterwards. It's a big key. Let me know. My specialty is hiding money from governments. That's actually what I've been working on for the last 15 years. More so than trading. So way more than trading. Because I mean, obviously, it's one thing to do some trading and make tons of money. When it comes to wealth, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much you can keep. So, Gala rallying, forming new highs here almost every day. Yep, almost every day forming new highs. We've got ourselves kind of an inner trend line at the moment. You can see it rising from this location here, consistently rising at this pace. Yep. Beautiful. I hope it continues. Everybody should be making lots of money. IMX, another gaming coin. I don't have anything in this one right now. I have it in my eyesight. I would actually like to see a nice retracement. You know, a lot of the other coins that I've got, I was able to get really low down at the bottom. Technically, this isn't that far from the bottom. Oh no, look at that. We're basically in the middle. But this is definitely going to be providing support. $6, that's a major support line. We should not expect it to go lower. So now would be a good time to buy. I'm pretty over leveraged at the moment. I got lots. I'm not too worried about adding to my bags, but it's definitely worth watching. IMX. Sundog, a little bit of a bearish retracement from the bullish transition that we had after the election. Yep, forming those new highs. Would love to see this become support. See that it is provided major support in the past, resistance. But that right here, if we can bounce off of this, we'll have no problem coming back to that all-time high within a matter of days. Bonk. Same idea here. Kind of consolidating actually. Not so much. Yeah, consolidating like Sundog, but in a different pattern. It's actually pressing up against that all-time high. You can see. Thank you, Bonk, by the way, because up until now, what am I at? I just gotta line that up right. Okay, so from where I purchased actually right here at the top of this pennant. I didn't wait for the bottom, so I was excited. I should have. It made a lot more. In fact, probably would have increased my bag size by 27%. Whatever, I'll make it back. No problem. So from my purchase, I'm actually up 116%. That's just since October 16th. So 1 month on this asset here. It's serving me very well. And this is a meme. And the meme, the picture, is of a dog getting bonked on the head with a baseball bat. I made money off of that. Just the world that we're in right now is that wild and crazy. Make money. You know what? Go ahead and start up a website and blog about the Smurfs, and I'll bet you'd make money. NPC forming new highs. What was that before? That was yesterday? Yeah, that was yesterday. 1 o'clock in the morning, forming a new high. Found some support, looks like. At least it's reached a support line at 4.9 cents right now. We're in uncharted territory, folks. This is the first time we've been having a retracement after this high. And in fact, arguably the first retracement since creating a new high on November 12th. So a week. We've been in uncharted territory for a week. So this retracement's super healthy. It's coming back. This community is vibrant, the most vibrant meme community, I believe, in crypto space. Definitely very high market market capitalization. So, yeah, there we have it. 8:16. That concludes market analysis for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. If you have any questions, if you'd like to get started, send me a private message. You can reach me on X. Also, let me get this up there. This is my website where you can go ahead and book an appointment with me. And from there, we can get you set up, start making some trades, even show you how to make your first transactions, if that's what you want. Like I'm totally open. I don't want people to think, oh, I'm too much of a beginner to do this. No, folks. To give you an idea of why it is that I'm doing what I'm doing, I started my first business in 2011. Well, no, first time I did my marketing business. First time when I opened my marketing business was in 2011. My focus was to help the small business owner spend less time in front of a computer. That's all I want. Because the time that you spend in front of the computer, you're not spending face-to-face with your customers, and that means you're not closing sales. Now, you can use the computer to close sales. There's no question about that. You can use the internet to make sales. No question about it. But if the time you're spending in front of the computer is not putting you in front of more people face-to-face, you're losing money. Plain and simple. So that's been my approach for a long time. I've automated tons of small business processes, allowing people to spend more time with their clients and less time in front of the computer. Well, we're going into the age of AI. So of course, I'm very interested in this because I see it as a potential for us to spend less time with the computers. Again, I like this. This is great. This is interactive. This is more engaging, certainly. But we shouldn't be sitting here drafting things using these computers. In fact, more and more studies are coming out that the light that gets emitted from these screens actually degrades your retinas and prevents you from being able to accept light into them, meaning you will, as time goes on, you're degenerating, you're degenerative to your eyeballs. So it's important we spend less time on here, and that when we do spend time on here, it is actually to connect with people and not to sit there and slave and draft away at paper. So my goal, my focus is to help people spend less time in front of these screens. Now, if you have the opportunity to catch an AI bubble, which is only going to come once, by the way, and we're here, but if you have the opportunity to grab that, you will make a lot of money that will give you the ability to divert your time away from things that are not productive. That could be anything. My passion is getting us away from the computer screen. That's what I want to see happen. I want to see more connection with people. In fact, I believe that the amount of social distancing that's occurred, not since the last 4 years, it became more obvious. But the social distancing, that's something that's been going on for decades. Growing up, I played hockey on the street with neighbors. I don't see that anymore. Driving through neighborhoods. It's very rare. I want to see people connect again. I believe that right now, because of the social distancing, there is a starvation. People are starving for connection. There's a lot of demand. And I see potential to have, especially the local businesses, the local merchants, entrepreneurs, the small business owners, they are the ones that actually drive our economy. It doesn't matter what the state of the economy is in. It is the small business owner, those local merchants that are actually the lifeblood of any economy, good or bad. And so those are the people that I want to empower. Those are the people who don't know how to trade. Those are the people who don't know anything about wallets. Those are the people who don't know very much about exchanges. I'm working with a guy in the oil field, and he's just setting up his wallet for the first time. He hates computing. He's going through it because he knows he needs to position himself for where the world is going before the world gets there. If you need help to do this, I am more than happy to sit with you and teach you how to do this. And I'm building courses very slowly. But I would rather have that time with you to connect with you, to show you directly how to make this happen. So there, on the site there, that little ticker, that's the website that you would go to book an appointment where I will help you wherever you're at. If you're at level 0, I will help you directly. Share my screen, show you all of my accounts, everything that I'm doing, so that you can see how I have things set up, and I will help you set it up so that you can appreciate the same growth, the same opportunities that are available to us in this wealth transfer. So that my intention and my desire is to have it so that we all pioneer this renaissance, because that's what this is. This is a renaissance. I don't think this is a revolution at all. I think that word gets thrown around too much. This isn't really a revolution. We're not going around in a circle. This is a renaissance. We're seeing a new beginning as a result of our technological advances. And I think it's all going to crash, and it's going to make it where the technology is actually obsolete. We are not going to have the ability to have this kind of connection by the time we're done, which is great. So we don't need it. But between now and then, let's build these opportunities, take them, seize them, and run with them as best we can. We learn so much along the way how it is that we can be more self-governed in our property, our lives, and of course our liberty. So thank you so much for tuning in. Look forward to meeting each and every one of you. Talk to you later.